Hello again, America. So, along with you, I've been listening to all of this stimulus package stuff and the money that's going to come out of Washington, and I got a couple of questions. And I'm hoping you have some questions too. They're talking about adding $6 to $8 trillion into the economy. Now, that's a really daunting figure since there's only $4 trillion in circulation right now throughout the world. It's a number they call M1. So they're looking to add $6 to $8 trillion to our total money supply. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with that. There's a lot of unintended consequences. And if we end up with a lot of inflation out of this, it is going to really hurt the poor and the middle class, but the rich are going to continue to get richer. And I'm not against rich people increasing their wealth, but I don't like the way I'm seeing this thing happen. So I'm wondering, $6 to $8 trillion, where is that coming from? Is there $6 to $8 trillion sitting in a vault somewhere in Washington, D.C. that they can just go to and then stick it into the system? Obviously, we all know that it hasn't. I mean, it's not sitting in a vault somewhere. But I heard on the press conference that Secretary or the Treasury Secretary said that they're going to authorize the Federal Reserve to purchase $4 trillion of commercial paper. What does that even mean? And does the Federal Reserve Bank have $4 trillion they can spend? Somehow or another, I got a real bad feeling some of that's going to come out of my pocket. So, another question that comes to mind is, if they do have $4 trillion sitting around, why are they always complaining about Social Security being underfunded? And why are they always talking about the national debt? These are just, I don't have the answers to these questions. These are just questions that are nagging me right now. So let's shift gears for a minute. Why is it that the government is proposing that they can give us the opportunity to take out loans in order to pay out our loans? It seems to me that we've had to suspend our lives. We're all, the vast majority of us are huddled in our homes, and we've basically suspended our lives. So why don't we suspend the financial system too? Or at least parts of it. Our lives have come to a grinding halt, yet the clock is still clicking closer and closer to due dates for loans. Instead of sending me a check to make a loan payment, how about you issue an executive order that allows me to have a loan payment holiday without penalty for 1 to 3 months? Everything I've been heard about this whole virus thing is that in 3 months it'll be over with. So if you don't have to send me money to make my mortgage payment, just allow me to not have to make that mortgage payment, and you put $1,000 in my pocket without costing the taxpayer one single dime. Now, I think that it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'll take your comments, good and bad, but it seems like if we do a 1 to 3 month holiday on all credit cards, all mortgages, all auto loans, and all commercial loans, you just take however many months those holidays has been. If it lasts 3 months, you put 3 months at the end of your contract. Bankers, you still get your interest. And so, but if you choose not to take the holiday, then I think you should get some kind of an uptick in your credit score. And if you choose to take the holiday, I don't think you should be penalized. This coronavirus thing is nobody's fault. So, and also, like, if you do this, and a lot of people don't have to pay their mortgage. Commercial loans are put on hold. They can take holidays. You could take every single renter and say, you have a rent holiday too that you never have to make up. there's going to be pain in this. There's already pain in this whole pandemic panic that we're involved in. So we need to, everybody's going to feel a little bit of pain. And if you've got a multi-unit apartment complex and people aren't paying their rent, you should be able, you're not making your mortgage payment, and maybe the states or the government can give you some relief on your property taxes for those 3 months as well, so that you're not losing all that money, but nobody has to pay, we don't have to go to the government to pull it out of our pockets. There's going to be a lot of people who don't rent. There's a lot of people who falls through the cracks. But, it just seems to me that the simplest solution, or the simplest solution, is the best. We already have, every single state already has a welfare system in place. You don't have to be writing checks. I heard that if in 2018 you're a family of 4, the government is just going to send you a check for $3,000. Yeah, well, what's to keep me from using that money elsewhere other than my bills? And then I just tell my bill collector that, hey, I didn't have money during the coronavirus pandemic. This, obviously, there's going to be, there's a lot more detail. I mean, I can talk for an hour and a half on this and what I think should and shouldn't be done. But it just seems to me like if we could get some loan relief rather than you sending out checks and creating more debt that is never going to be paid back anyway, that just would be a simpler solution. So, hey, comment section is open. Have at it. Just don't get personal. All right, you guys have a great day. Wash your hands. Stay away from people. Bye.